my response video. Really don't have a big interest in making another video on this subject, but what the fuck. So, Panda Guy from Stickham, deada is his name. It's the guy who's interested in fascinating subjects like pedonecrophilia, you know, the interesting subject of whether people should be allowed to fuck dead kids. Yeah. So he's made a video, and he's made the same old crappy, stupid, ignorant accusations, and so I have to shove them down his throat, along with his commenters, who will make the same bullshit accusations. They're just, you know, purveyors of ignorance, and it's slander. That's all it is. It's just plain fucking slander. So I will set records straight.
So DoNotGod decided to throw his 2 cents in on the DPR Jones Venom Fang X situation, in which Venom Fang X filed some DMCA claims against some of DPR Jones's videos for using his image. Now, DPR Jones knew that he had used parts of Venom Fang X's videos for criticism, for discussion, and that is completely allowed within fair use law.
Yeah, fine. So that's how you're going to describe the context. You're not going to be honest to the context, which is he took images like all of us have. I have images with me with a Hitler mustache. I have images, all kinds of images from my videos. So he took selective images, okay, to present Venom Fang X with his own material in as poor a light as possible. Now that's a malicious, deliberate influence. He's imposed on the content. Alright, and under fair use, that's not fair use. Fair use is educational, informative. All satire and parody has to involve outrageous accusations, you know, exaggerations. It has to be, in the case law, defined as unbelievable. Alright, so you have to be making unbelievable accusations in satire or parody. And if it isn't unbelievable, then it's no longer fair fucking use, asshole. Alright, you don't know the law, you don't know the case law, you know nothing about the circumstance to let you open your stupid, ugly gob and talk your fucking shit.
And because of all this rampant DMCA abuse, DPR Jones decided to give Venom Fang an ultimatum and say, you have 10 days to delete your account and leave YouTube and stay off for a year, or I'm going to take legal action against you. And
yeah, so he made an extortive threat. Okay, a threat. Just like Venom Fang X made a threat that he had no intention of fulfilling. Basically, he filed false DMCAs because he didn't intend to take it to court and have a judge make a decision. You know, but he's going to play the same game. So he extorted Venom Fang X into closing his account. And these are the defenders of free speech again, right? So 2 wrongs make a right, right? So if Venom Fang X will use some extortion, some blackmail to try to force other people's content off the internet, you'll fight that with extortion and blackmail. Yeah, right. You're the defenders of free speech. Fuck you.
This is pretty much identical to the ultimatum that was given by Thunderfoot to Venom Fang X a while ago. Now what's different now? Okay, what's different now is that Venom Fang X has made a video already apologizing to Thunderfoot and the community on YouTube, and basically admitting that he did file false DMCAs. Now this is pretty much a slam dunk case, and
no, it isn't. Now that makes it pretty much an unslam dunk case, because now you're going to have to prove that he actually had knowledge that he had an obligation to file a lawsuit, and that he still didn't have some delusion that it was about copyright and not about defending copyright, which are 2 different things. Under the old copyright law, you could not just tell somebody, stop using my content. Okay, they had no obligation to stop using your content if you just said, stop using my content. You had to say, under penalty of law, I will sue you if you do not stop using my content. That's what you had to say to people. And the DMCA intends to replace that same exact statement. It intends to give goddamn providers immunity And in exchange for that immunity, they are obligated to allow people to file a copyright claim and tell somebody, stop using my content under penalty of law. You will now be accountable under the law for stealing my content. And if you continue to use my content, I will sue you. That is what this is replacing. So you're the fucking ignorant fat twat. You got a big fat anus. You got a big fat anus, but you're taking on a lot of big fat dick, and you got a big fat fucking mouth.
VenomFangX has absolutely no way of winning this case. So guess who tries to take the side of VenomFangX? Well, it's
I didn't try to take his side. I took the consistent side that I've always taken on YouTube. And that is, if you're going to use somebody's content, then you treat it fairly. You present it as it is, just the way it is. You don't fuck with it. You don't make them say things they didn't say. You don't sit there and manipulate it to your fucking advantage. Okay? You use it fairly. Fair fucking use. You can't understand those fucking words, you dumb twat? Shall I take your images out of your fucking video right now? Shall I make you stammer? Shall I make you stutter? Shall I Photoshop your fucking image and then I will lie to the world and say I'm being fair to you? Fuck you.
DoNotGod. DoNotGod in this video that I'm talking about, he not only defends VenomFangX and says that he has the right to file DMCAs against people who use his image.
He has a right to file a DMCA if he intends to take it to court. I made that explicit.
Or to say that anyone who uses his image without his permission for malicious purposes will be sued. I mean, he does not understand copyright law. He is...
Yeah, and how much you want to bet? How much you want to bet whose interpretation of the law is correct? It'll be found out eventually. So will you put up 10 grand? Pig? Will you, you stupid, dumb, fucking ignorant shit? You're gonna talk shit about me when you're this fucking ignorant and stupid about the fucking law?
Just painfully ignorant of what's going on. Now...
okay, go look. The last case law that most of this is based on is the Falwell case, okay? The Hustler magazine against Jerry Falwell. Falwell won the case in goddamn court. The jury awarded him goddamn money. And why was it overturned in the appeals court? It was overturned because the appeals court found that it was Hustler fucking magazine, that the fucking slander had no believability whatsoever, and that Jerry Falwell wasn't in any way harmed by it. Okay? That was the lawsuit, and that's what most of this is going to be based on. Copyright is part of the issue because that's what these people are doing. They're using somebody else's material to slander them. Alright, but slander is still a real law in this country, you dumb fucking idiot.
Why is DoNotGod so brazen? He is no stranger to false DMCAs. He's actually...
See, now this is where you go too far. So yeah, you'll be named in the lawsuit eventually, okay? This video, I will take a copy of it and I will present it to the court as just more evidence of why the law needs strict definition, and then why assholes like you shouldn't be allowed to open your fucking mouth in this reckless, sloppy, stupid goddamn manner. Alright, that's just a goddamn fucking slander. I filed no false anything. I put my money behind my fucking actions, you dumb ass. I took the fucker to goddamn fucking court.
At least one that I know of, in which he filed a DMCA against someone who had photoshopped a picture of him looking like a Nazi, and he thought that that was defamation of character. I personally think that if you're on...
Who cares what you personally think? See, now that's a big fucking problem, isn't it, asshole? You're talking about the law and then you say what you personally fucking think. Well, why don't you come up with the fucking case law before you slander somebody else? Why don't you come up with the fucking evidence first, you dumb jackass? You petty little weasel. That's all you fucking are, a petty little fucking weasel.
YouTube and you have like 2,000 subscribers and you're putting yourself out in the public square, you're almost like a celebrity, and we all know that
yeah, now you're going to say, well, let's just say,
celebrities are pretty much exempt.
Now, that's a big lie again. Go ask Carol Burnett if she was exempt. She won a case against the Inquirer magazine. Alright, there's no exemption. You know the only difference between a public figure and a private figure when it comes to these laws? The only fucking goddamn difference is that you have to just prove maliciousness when it comes to a public figure. So all you have to do is prove that somebody intended to defamate, that they intended to misrepresent the truth, that they intended to be a reckless asshole like you're being. All right? I mean, you're such a fucking asshole. You take no responsibility for the shit that comes out of your mouth. Well, you should be obliged to take responsibility for it.
From defamation of character lawsuits. I mean, Gary does not have to put himself in the public square. He does not have to make videos, and he's certainly not making any money off his videos, so you can't argue that he's losing any money. So
it doesn't have anything to do with it anyway. It's somebody's intellectual property. There's lots of artists who own things that aren't worth anything commercially, but they're worth something to them. Okay, it's their property. They don't want to see it maligned or misused or in the cover of, or in the middle of a New York Times magazine.